Jai Gurudev, so after completing the course, you began volunteering for the organization. Did you get to spend more time with Gurudev? Yes, indeed, this was around 1992. At that time, I was working part time in a regular job because I wasn't a Bredarian. I needed money for food and to keep a roof over my head, but I really wanted to be involved full time with the organization. Around this period, I was also on the Community Advisory Committee at the University of Miami School of Medicine in the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences. This was because I had started the first research on the effects of our program on people living with AIDS. That sounds like a significant responsibility. How did that research come about? One of the faculty members there invited me to submit a proposal because they were interested in studying Sudarshan Kriya. This was partly because of the known relationship between emotions and immune function. Positive emotions like joy, love, and enthusiasm produce chemical messengers that are quickly picked up by the cells throughout the body, particularly in the immune system, which can boost immune function and potentially lengthen life. Conversely, negative emotions like fear and anger suppress immune function. At that time, there was no real treatment for HIV, so they were very interested in behavioral interventions that could impact emotions and indirectly but powerfully affect immune function. It must have been an exciting opportunity. How did you feel about it? It was an incredible opportunity and I was deeply invested in it. I had called Gurudev in India right after I learned the technique to ask if he wanted research done on Sudarshan Kriya. He said yes, so I began outreach efforts at the medical school. When the invitation to submit a research proposal came, I was excited but also nervous. I wanted to dedicate my life to this research and bring this knowledge to the world. How did you manage the pressure? Well, I felt immense pressure and I ended up getting a writer's block. As the deadline approached, I was struggling to write the proposal. I called Gurudev again, feeling desperate, and told him about my block. He reassured me, saying, "You can do it." His words cleared something within me. I sat down and wrote through the night, and the words just flowed. I even used placeholders like blah 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 for sections I plan to fill in later to keep my focus on the challenging parts. Did you manage to complete the proposal on time? Yes, I did. I finished writing just 2 hours before I had to present it. I quickly got ready, jumped in my car, and drove to the medical school. Halfway there, I realized I had forgotten to replace the blah 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 placeholders with actual content. I panicked for a moment, but then remembered Gurudev's confidence in me when I arrived. I explained the situation to the committee and promised to email the final version without the placeholders the next morning. That must have been nerve wracking. How did the committee react? Surprisingly, they were very understanding. The presentation went well and they appreciated my honesty. It turned out to be a great experience. I learned that no matter how big something seems, it is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Gurudev's support gave me immense comfort and confidence. His words, "When you are with the divine, you cannot fail," stayed with me and reassured me that everything would be fine. That's a remarkable story. It sounds like a profound learning experience. Absolutely, it reinforced the idea that with divine support, obstacles become manageable and everything that happens is ultimately for our benefit. Jai Gurudev.